Hey, welcome everyone. I'm Will, KMAC Vintage, coming to you from Cayman Islands. Today is Saturday, April 19th. It's the day after Good Friday. Um, and I'm doing a small little short video because I have to build one. I sold one, so I got to build it. And this is the 2S, the 2SI power supply replacement board. But this is the version that works with let me switch cameras here. So that's the board, okay, and it works with the Meanwell power supplies converters. It uses actually four of them and a relay. So really, we have a transistor here. This is R1. R1 is a 1K, then an LED. We have three more transistors here. R4 is a 1K. R2 is a 10K. And R3 is a 220 ohm. Then we have the Meanwell units that need to get put on this, and you can't really put them on wrong because of how the holes are lined up. I mean, you can't switch this around because it will not go in. You see, it will, well, it does. Oh, but anyway, but their holes are bigger. You see, like these won't go in down here. The pins are bigger and the holes are different sizes. So, example, this one will go here. This small one will go here. The relay ends up going right here, and then these two end up going one here and the other one here. Okay, so that's basically how it gets put. There is a transistor, there's a BC337 transistor that goes right there, and then you move your wire harness over and you plug it in. It's all color coded, so you can put them in correctly. There are two actually fuses that will go here, which I have them. I have the holders over here. And then you also have to move over the main adapter from your old PCB power, from your old power supply. You got to move that over to here so that it will plug right in. So everything is just plug in, and then this will fit inside the metal case. It will screw down correctly, and it will run. You just close it back up and put it in, and the way it goes. Okay, you plug in your current coming in. Now the good thing is that your current can be either 110 or 220 or 120, 240, whatever the part of the world you're in, because these can handle them. These can handle both actually voltages. And the secondary plug on the back of the power supply that is mainly for monitors, that will also work, okay, with this. And if the power supply is off, there's no current going to that. So that's one of the nice things with this setup. So anyway, I'm gonna pop those out because we have the mean. I need to solder in all these other small little things first, and then we will solder in all of these units. Then it gets packaged up and it goes to its owner. So now this is the last version I have where I'm providing the mean wells. I don't have any more mean wells right now. So you can buy this from me as either a PCB alone, and I'll send you a listing of the parts you need. But again, they're very simple. It's only four actually resistors, one transistor, and an LED. That's it. Oh, and you need the actually fuse holders. Okay, or you can buy it as a kit, which I have one too that I need to ship out, which I just finished putting together, which you'll get like this, a board with a couple of baggies that's got all the parts in it labeled, and you put it together yourself and you buy your own meanwells. Okay, so these are available on the website. You can go and get them there as a PCB alone, which I think is $10, or as a kit, which is 15. And then you just source your own meanwells, and I'll send you an email with the information of which meanwells, of which what units here you need to buy. I bought these from DigiKey. All of these came from DigiKey. So anyway, let's go to the scope and we can put this together. Hopefully all my cameras are working. Um, I want to solder all of these things in real quick and easy. Truly, there's not much to do for you to make these and put them, take out the guts from your old power supply and put this in. I like to stand them up because then they make it easier to cut. Good. We're going to do a quick snip. So this is a real simple little thing, easy to put together. As a kit, you just bend in your put in your items and solder them away. Remember that on LED, the short leg goes into the square hole. Okay, so all of those items are now soldered. We have the little transistor that we need to put in. This is a BC337. Follow the sill screen that's on the board. I'm going to let it fall a little bit. I'm going to raise this just a tad. I do that so that the transistor is not sitting flat on the PCB and has a little bit of air circulation. Okay. See, so the transistor is a little bit off the board. Okay. Yeah, you can see it better like that. So it has a little bit of circulation around it. I could lower it a little bit, but that's all right. No big deal. Now our next thing is to put on these fuses, these fuse holders. See, so it's only, you got to make sure you get them in correctly because it does have a pin on there on the side, on the back. So you want that on the outside. I'm going to use some of my sticky stuff here. I'll put that one on also. Alright, so one is on. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the one that one of them feeds a secondary plug, and one of them is feeding the meanwhile units. Okay. And let's put on the last one. All right, so we have most of the small little stuff soldered on. Fuses. Let me put these in. You can use like a 3 to 4 amp fuse for one of them, or a well, even a 2 to 3, 4 amp, and then for the other one, and anywhere in the that's 4.5, 8, 6, 10, 1, 2, 5, too low. This is 20. Okay. So we'll use a 4 and a 6. So in this one here, I'll put in a 4. In this one here, I'll put in a 6. You can buy some more of these. Okay, there they are. Okay, so those are in. There and there. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch back to this camera because we're gonna start putting in these small little things. This is a bit smaller. So this is the small little 5-volt trickle. That's always on. So I'm not gonna solder these off on under the scope. I'm gonna do them right here. Mm. Okay. Next is the relay, the little relay. Again, you can't put them in wrong. Okay, there's only one way that they can go in. This is the relay that clicks on and off when you hit the power switch. Okay. Relay is on. Now, some of you may be asking, what is this thing here? Remember that we call this the actually power up Lucy. Okay, Lucy being for the 2SI, and when you have LLSI, it actually looks like actually Lucy, so we named it Lucy. Now this is the oldest, most complete skeleton that they found, um, which is also called Lucy. So we decided to rebury Lucy underneath the big Meanwhile transformer, where she'll forever be entombed underneath underneath the AC/DC converter. So it's just a little fun thing. So anyway, let's continue. We now have these other two that we need to put in. Again, you cannot, the pins won't line up if you go in the actually wrong way. Okay, so there's only one way you can put these in. Okay. And we put in another one. One is to provide positive voltage, one is to provide negative. And these are the 12 volts. Yeah. 12 volt positive, 12 volt negative, 10 amps it will provide. Okay, so yeah, so you see these two provide the actually 12 amps. This one provides the 5 amps. Okay, that's a um, O O2-5, so that's 5 amp. Sorry, 5 volts at 2 amps, and then this one is at 5 volts. Um, well, no, that's not the amperage. Sorry, this provides 0.9 amps. No output. No, sorry, output is 5 volts, 10 amps. These other ones are um, output is 12 volts, 0.85 amps, 12 volt 0.85 amps, and this is output of 5 volts at zero point 0.4 amps, because that's just for the trickle. Anyway, so now let's go put this one in. This is the last one. And that's it, folks. It's built. It's built as much as I will build it. The rest is for the owner to actually do. And like I said, they need to move the harness, the actually receptacle here, and move that cable over and into there, and then drop this into the metal case. Um, do I have a metal case I can show you? If you recall, this is our older version of the ATX power of the power supply, where we use the Pico and a off-the-shelf Amazon bought AC/DC converter. Okay, and the good thing is that this one does not require negative 5 volts. The SI does not require negative 5 because it makes its own on the logic board. So this only needs negative 12, 5, positive 5, and positive 12. So the Picos are fine for this one. Um, and this one also fit in exactly. It's almost the same thing, and it fits in. This is the metal case. This is one of the old ones that's in there. Um, Let me take this out quick. Okay. Oh, I can take these two off. That's a good thing is with the new one, you don't need these side things because you don't have. I mean, you don't have that heat production anymore and all this other stuff in there. It's a very clean, simple configuration. Very. Oh, that's already loose. Okay. Still, let me take it off because it will prevent it from coming out. All right. So now this should. There's no other screw holding it, is there? No. Okay. All right. So that's the old power supply. When you have the cable and everything, you're gonna route that the actually same way. If you look good at the board, it looks almost the same type with the notches here and so forth. And you can see what happens with these old boards. I mean, look how nasty that looks on there with all this cap leakage and so forth. This actually works. So this is the item you need to undo and move over. You just unsolder it from this board and move it over. These are your two fuses. So then this just drops right in. And with the same screws you have, you will end up screwing it in. I tighten it too soon. It needs to play around. It needs to slide a little bit. See, so you end up having quite a bit more space in here, so everything will stay quite a bit cooler. Let me see if I can put this one in. This one's a bit hard to reach in there. Okay. So basically, when you screw it down, it's in there, nice and good. On this one, I took off the extra wires and all that, but technically, this will go in right back here. Yeah, like this. Okay, and everything fits in nicely. Nothing will be touching. There's one screw that goes in back here, and then this gets plugged into the harness. And then when you have your cover, you basically slide that in, and you put in your other screw here. Your connection is out there. I don't have it in this one, and that's it. It's done. You drop this in, and it's ready to go. That's it. Um, nothing too special with it. It's kind of foolproof. They're pretty easy to build. So let me get this board back out of here, because this is to send to someone. So if you're wanting one of these, I do have them in stock right now, but not the build versions. I have them as PCB only or as kits. It's your choice which one you want to buy. And there it is, it's out. So there's your Meanwell power supply. So yeah, there your Meanwell for your SI. Very nice little thing. So anyway, that's all that this video is about. I just wanted to make this. I just wanted to do a video on making this, because those of you that buy it as a kit or as a PCB can then now have this video as a reference, and hopefully you can get the parts and you can build one yourself and replace your power supply. No more caps to replace, no more smelly stuff, no actually refuzz, no nothing with these. So very convenient, very safe, easy item to actually work with. Okay, folks, so that's it. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you like the product and so forth, they are available on the website, kmacvintage.com. I just used 2 boards, so I have 13 of them available, I think. And I will order some more boards, and they will come to you, and you can build it and order your items. So thank you folks for watching, and be sure to actually like the video for me. If you're not a member of the channel, you can sub onto it. You can also follow me on X and on the kmacvintage.com website. You can follow me there. Be sure to look at all of the other stuff that's in the store. There's some things that are out of stock right now, but those are sitting in Florida. I'm going to Florida very shortly, and I will pick up all those products and bring them down here, and I can start building some more things. So anyway, be on the lookout for all the new things coming. All right. Thanks, folks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.